A very good morning, class 11th. So, as you know now that we are finished with our 5 chapters, and we are going to now discuss new chapter, that is chapter number 13, that is photosynthesis. So, in today's topic, because in photosynthesis we are going to learn so many new things. Now we are going to discuss this process in complete detail, each and every point, enzymes, reduction, oxidation cycles. We are going to discuss every point in complete detail. So today's chapter, I am just introducing you with this new terminology of photosynthesis, that how actually this photosynthesis process, this equation was derived, what is its history behind this process of photosynthesis. Otherwise, in this chapter we are going to discuss many reactions, light reactions, then we have to discuss dark reactions, we have to discuss photosystems, so many things ultimately which how carbohydrates they are formed, how enzymes are regulating this process. So all these things we have to discuss in complete detail. But before we walk into those detailed parts, first we have to see that what is the meaning of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, as you know, that something is going to synthesize in presence of light, right? Because photo means light, and synthesis means forming new substance. Synthesize, forming new substance, that is the meaning of synthesis. So if we talk about particular this process, it is physical chemical process. That is why we write it as a physico chemical process, because in this process reaction भी involve हो रहा है, plus it is taking place in plants, so it is, or in the outside structure of the plant, so it is helping in the both the things are getting involved. So this is physico chemical process. This is the process by which green plants they use light energy. Green plants they use sunlight, which gives light energy. Why it provides, how this energy is utilized to synthesize organic compounds. What is that organic compound which is synthesized here? That is carbohydrates. If we talk about particular carbohydrates, then that is glucose. So which kind of process is photosynthesis? It is a physico-chemical process in which carbohydrates, glucose is synthesized. Few things you have to note down here. First thing, it is enzyme regulated process. It is not a single step process. No, no. It is a multi-step process. Second thing, it is a anabolic process. Anabolic process in which new substance or new molecule, if I say specifically, new molecule is synthesized, means we are forming something. That processes, they are anabolic processes. Complex molecule is getting synthesized here. Second, food is synthesized in the chlorophyll containing cells of plants, means that is in the leaves. So food is synthesized in the leaves. How food is synthesized? With the use, we are using carbon dioxide. Plants they are using carbon dioxide and water as the raw material. This is used in the presence of sunlight, which is acting here as a source of energy. So sunlight is acting as a source of energy. So if we have to write down the equation of photosynthesis, we know that what are raw materials? That is carbon dioxide and water. You know how to balance, so I am not going to teach you that how to balance this equation. So two raw material we use here, carbon dioxide, water. Two things which are very important needed by plants, that is light and chlorophyll, which is present in leaves. What is formed? glucose. What is the formula for glucose? C6H12O6. How many molecules of water they are released? That is 6. The molecules of water are formed and oxygen is released. So this is the correct equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is getting involved, water molecules are getting involved. They reduce to the, they form new compound, that is glucose, and release oxygen. Next, importance of photosynthesis. इसमें तो कोई no need to tell you that what is the importance of photosynthesis. It is a primary source of photosynthesis process. Because of this process, plants, they are known as autotrophs. So it is a primary source of food on earth, and plus it is a food for all the living organism. The most important thing, the gas which we use in breathing, as well as exchange of gases which are used in our respiratory system. So plants, they are responsible for release of oxygen into atmosphere, right? Now there were various types of experiments were performed on photosynthesis to show that chlorophyll is necessary, light is the important factor here. So we will see one by one, and for all these experiment, one common test is the starch test. Because glucose is formed, it is transported in the form of sucrose, and it is stored in plants in the form of starch. That is how food moves or store in case of plants. So for that we use starch test. Now when a variegated leaf, it is tested for starch, right? Variegated leaf क्या होता है? सब this kind of leaf in which whole area is green, but there are few patches in the leaf or in the plants which are not green. Few patches in the leaf which are not green. These means there are spots. Those leaves which have spots, or which have all complete area, complete part is not green, that kind of leaves, they are variegated leaves. So that is tested for starch. What was the result? That only green, जो लीफ के जो पार्ट्स ग्रीन पोर्शन थे, like this part was green, this portion was green, this portion was green, so only those areas, those portion which was green, they show the presence of starch. Starch test जब करते हैं, there is a blue black color, that portion that change into a blue black color. So that is this show the presence of starch. So same here, when this portion was starch test was done, then this only green portion show positive for the starch, other the rest, this white portion, it was negative for starch, means there was no starch stored. So this shows that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Because where is chlorophyll is present? Chlorophyll is only and only present in green parts of लीफ. दैट इज़ वाई, जो कि ग्रीन पार्ट्स ऑफ लीव्स हैं वो क्लोरोफिल उनमें प्रेजेंट है, तो वही सिर्फ फूड बनाएंगे, और अगर फूड बनाएंगे तो वहाँ पे फूड किस फॉर्म में स्टोर होगा? दैट इज़ द स्टार्च फॉर्म. नेक्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट वॉज, लीफ वॉज नाउ पार्शियली, एज यू कैन सी दैट फ्यू लिटिल पोर्शन ऑफ द लीफ वॉज कवर्ड विद ब्लैक पेपर. नाउ this was tested for starch. What was the result? That only the part of leaf, this was exposed to light, this portion was exposed to light, this portion was exposed to light, but here no light can pass through this portion. So only that part of leaf which is exposed to light, it showed the presence of starch. It means photosynthesis happen only in those areas which are in contact with sunlight, or photosynthesis occurs only and only in presence of sunlight, or you can say that sunlight is essential for process of photosynthesis. I hope this is clear, right? Next is the moles experiment. Moles experiment is also known as half leaf experiment. What we do in this half leaf experiment, a part of leaf, as you can see, this part of leaf is now dipped in test tube or a beaker with KOH soaked cotton. Means in this beaker we have put KOH, right? KOH is there, and this much portion was dipped in this beaker. Now, what if there will be any carbon dioxide that will be absorbed by this KOH? Now, this portion was exposed to air, means it was in the presence of light. So after when this now this leaf was plugged, so this leaf was plugged, there were two portions. This was in the direct contact with air, and this was dipped in the test tube. What was starch test showed that only exposed part of leaf, this was part of the leaf, it showed the presence of starch. This portion was having no starch. It means that the carbon dioxide is only getting involved in the process of photosynthesis when it is this leaf, this portion is exposed in the direct air and in the presence of sunlight. If carbon dioxide is not there, then there will be no formation of food. Next is there is few history that how this actual photosynthesis process was observed. Now, first scientist who gave us idea about photosynthesis process, he was Van Helmont. Van Helmont. What he said, he gave us idea that food actually is coming from water, not from the soil. He just gave us idea. Now so we know that water and carbon dioxide, they are essential, they are raw material, but he gave a simple idea that water, food is coming from something which is reaction happening with water but not from the soil. How did he tell this thing? He took a plant and weight that plant, initial weight of the plant was taken. उसने एक plant लिया और उसका initial weight किया, and initial weight था उसका 10 gram. Then he took soil जिसमें plant लगाना था, and he weighed that soil also. That soil was 100 gram approximately. After few years or few months, he observed that weight of plant was 120 gram and soil's weight was 100 gram only. Means it means to say, or maybe little bit reduced, but it may what was the main his conclusion, that weight of the plant increased. And how did it increase? Due to the formation of food, and that food is, he said, it is not coming from the soil, because अगर soil से आ रहा होता तो 100 ग्राम से यहाँ 100 ग्राम नहीं होना चाहिए था. It should be reduced. If plant's weight is getting increased, then soil weight reduce हो जाना चाहिए था. So he said no, there is something else which is forming food, and he said that something else is water. He said water is responsible for formation of food. He gave us little idea. After that, there is another scientist, Joseph Priestley, in 1770. After many experiments, he performed many experiments. He said that plants, they restore to the air whatever is breathing animals and burning candles remove. He said कि burning candle और जो ब्रीदिंग है, एनिमल जब ब्रीद करते हैं, उनमें से जो एयर है, उस एयर का प्लांट्स कुछ तो यूज़ कर रहे हैं जिसकी वजह से दे आर ग्रोइंग. सो हाउ डिड ही परफॉर्म हिज एक्सपेरिमेंट? दे सेड ही पुट अ पॉटेड प्लांट, अ कैंडल, it was lighted candle, and a mice. He kept them in a bell jar. Right, it was closed container, and he kept them in a bell jar. Then he observed that when this candle was there and mice was there, now this growth of the plant was perfect. He was observing it that the growth was perfect, as well as this candle was also lighted perfectly, and mouse was also breathing normally, although this bell jar was closed. Then he tried this experiment individually. Then he put the potted plant in a bell jar, no candle and no mouse. So he observed that the plant growth stopped, it arrested, it stopped in this case when the plant was alone grown in the bell jar. Then he same did for candle, and candle flame also diminished sometime. So he concluded that air which is released by burning of candle and breathing of mouse, it is responsible for the growth of plant, because plants, they are using that air, and we know that which kind of air plants use. They use carbon dioxide. But the question is how the candle and mouse, they were surviving, how candle was so enlightened and my mouse was surviving there. Because plants, they, what plants release, plants they release oxygen, and ऑक्सीजन किसके लिए चाहिए होती है? माउस वॉज टेकिंग ऑक्सीजन, दिस कैंडल इट वॉज ऑल्सो लाइटनिंग इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, क्योंकि कॉम्बस्टन के लिए कौन सा, कॉम्बस्टन के लिए ऑक्सीजन इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो दैट इज वाई he said that there are gases which are required for plants, as well as plants are also releasing something which is important for this candle as well as mouse. Then there is another scientist, that is was the Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus, he said that sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. He performed his experiments on aquatic plants, and what he did, he when aquatic plants they kept in water, especially in the daylight, there were bubbles were observed. Now to these bubbles, he doesn't know at the time that what are these bubbles. After few years, these bubbles were called oxygen. It means in daylight plants perform photosynthesis, and when they perform photosynthesis, then oxygen is released. So he said that yes, sunlight is essential for photosynthesis, as well as he observed the bubble formation in daylight, which later on was given the name of that oxygen gases released. Then there was a Julius von Sachs. Julius von Sachs, he said plants produce glucose during photosynthesis. He showed that green substance, chlorophyll, it is located in special structure in case of plant, that is the chloroplast. So he gave us idea about the food, that is the glucose, as well as about the chloroplast. Then Engelmann performed a little different experiment. He did an experiment with the green alga. Green alga, he specifically taken the cladophora, that is the name of green algae. He found that जो ये green algae थी, that was accumulated. Accumulated का मतलब होता है एक जगह पे इकट्ठा होना, right? It said that he observed that this green alga was accumulating in two zones or two areas of visible spectrum. So what was this? He took a tank and he passed light through this aquatic medium, and when this light through the prism was passed, then this because there is a Vibgyor when you pass the light through the prism, so he observed that the blue in the blue region as well as in the red region of the spectrum, in the action spectrum, or you say visible spectrum, algae was observed in blue and red region of light. That was where their maximum growth was observed. This showed that specific regions in or specific areas in which plants were able to absorb light and perform photosynthesis, that was the blue and red region of spectrum. So blue and red range was, he said that this is the best range for the plants to absorb sunlight, and they perform photosynthesis in this range, that is the blue and red light range. Then there was the Von Neil, he performed experiment using purple and green bacteria. He said that photosynthesis is light dependent process. He gave us first time that it is a light, obviously that is a light reaction, although we know that now there is a dark reaction also. So it is a light dependent process. He said hydrogen from a suitable oxidizable compound help in reducing carbon dioxide. कि उसका what did he said कि there is a particular compound which which give hydrogen and which help in reducing this carbon dioxide to the food. So what was the result? That water is hydrogen donor. So water was basically, he concluded that it is hydrogen donor and it is oxidized to O2. Water is responsible for conversion into O2. Now, if we take specific example, suppose green and purple bacteria. Green and purple bacteria, they use hydrogen sulfide, in which who is the hydrogen donor? That is H2, and oxidation product क्या है यहाँ पे? सल्फर. सो इट इज़ कंक्लूडेड दैट ऑक्सीजन जो आपको रिलीज होती दिखती है इन फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस और विच इज़ रिलीज्ड बाय ग्रीन प्लांट्स, इट इज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम वाटर, नॉट फ्रॉम CO2. CO2 is reduced to glucose, right? So always remember that hydrogen donor in photosynthesis process is water, and it help in giving the oxygen, and CO2 is always reduced to glucose. So CO2 is not responsible for releasing the oxygen. So correct equation which we write always is 6 CO2 plus 12 water, C6H12O6 plus 6 water plus 6 O2. Now here is a question mark, that why 12 molecules of water? They are needed as a substrate. They are used. Why 12 molecules of water? Although 6 are released, 6 oxygen molecules are released. Now, as I told you, the two types of reactions are there, light reaction and dark reaction. So products of this reaction, light reaction, they are required in few further reaction, that is dark one. One molecule of glucose is formed if you spend 12 NADPH and 18 ATP. So it is clear to us that NADPH reducing power we required is 12, ATP we require is 18. But now one NADPH, when it is formed, then one molecule of water is required. And how many NADPH you require to form? How many NADPH you need to form 12 molecules to form one molecule of glucose? So 12 NADPH we need to form one molecule of glucose. So how many water? So 12 molecules of water. That is why. And these 12 molecules of water split, these two molecules, they split to form one molecule of oxygen. So once again I am repeating that for producing 12 molecules of NADPH, 12 molecules of water are required, and these 12 molecules of water, they split into 6 molecules of oxygen. If you will read these points, it will be very much clear that for 12 NADPH, 12 water they are required. And why 12 NADPH is required? To form one molecule of glucose. That is, we need 12 NADPH. That is the reason we need 12 molecules of water. So this is all about introduction of photosynthesis. We are going to discuss few more complicated, few more enzymes in the further chapters. Till then, take care, have a good day.